Hello, player. This is this is gonna be a weird one. You pinged me twice. I thought someone pinged me twice. Oh no, I didn't find the message. That was why. Ah. Hello, purple. How you two doing? I need what's a good gift? Show X and Podium. Jesus, everyone is here today. All right. I guess I can say it. So here's a question: how many of you guys are planning to play Omari? I'm not saying that because I'm gonna say spoilers. It's just something related to it. You're gonna use your GIF. I mean, I could, but it would be too small, and that's actually a good idea. But it's also like profile pic, so it wouldn't make a lot of sense. So it wouldn't really fit. So I'm sticking with the Paris. But no, I just want to say, because I've been playing a lot, I'm gonna say this in a non-spoily way, because I know how much I care to not like spoilers, and I don't want to say it because I need to express my feelings without spoiling. So I'm gonna say in the most blandest and without guidance way as possible. And I know that's gonna make things probably kind of worse. I'm also posting on Twitter. Give me a sec. Cute game. It is cute game, but Omari makes another game irrelevant because the story is so improved from another game that it makes that other game irrelevant. Someday I wish to talk about it, but that can't be today because if I talk about what game I'm referring to, it kind of gets a little spoiled. So I need to have a stream someday where I can just talk about Omori. What's even the genre of the game? Keep reading about the black mode. We just see it. It is a. I can. You know what? I would say. It's. I could say RPG, but it wouldn't like give much character. It's more like. I would consider it more like Earthbound. It has a lot of humor. It is also RPG, but the RPG parts are very much improved. And it's funny, and it's also kind of dark, the same as Earthbound. The difference is story-wise. Earthbound is very different story-wise, but it's similar to Earthbound with humor complementing the dark, creepy, or like sad parts of the game. So I can say it's more of an Earthbound-like game without directly referencing Earthbound. I don't know if I don't know if the devs were inspired by Earthbound because I don't know anything about the devs. I'm only gonna learn about the devs after I beat the game. How have you gotten so far? Wait, are you talking about the game? I'm not gonna talk about the game or how far I am because that will even spoil even just a little bit. So I'm gonna talk about Omari later, specifically in a stream for spoilers. DM me how far you are. Maybe. But I am enjoying the game so far. And today I decided to be not so lazy and actually go ahead and do some drawing time. I'm gonna do a commission. This is a VTuber commission specifically for someone on Twitter that wanted it. And now I'm just gonna shade and then work on something else. Another commission, and then I'm gonna get a sketch on that, and then probably get another commission, and we'll keep going until I'm pretty much done with all that. And then maybe actually, if I have time, I'll work on a request because there's a certain person's art and fan art I want to draw finally. So let me get some good music, and then we'll get started on that. I did also add some new music here, but I think I'm gonna go with. Good luck. Fuck yeah, yeah. I see you guys are doing just fine, but yeah, how are you guys doing with art or whatever you guys do? Just living. Are you alive? You better make sure if you are. Got my water. I mean, get my water bottle. Pain. Yeah. Trust me, I'm also in pain. I've been doing Ring Fit almost every day. I did miss a few days because I was busy with someone or I was completely out of it. So don't feel too bad. I also feel pain. Especially today because I was focused more on abs today. So it's like, why is my back so dumb? But yeah, what's specifically like is giving you pain? Like physically giving you pain or like, oh, okay. Gonna like have a nice art, Cody. Okay, see you later, player. Hopefully you don't feel pain afterwards. Oh my god. Alright. Physical frame from hiking the mountain. Ooh, okay, then I definitely do feel that. This is always a good made pose. Yeah, I know it's kind of generic, but you know, if it's good, might as well copy from the best. Am I right? If you're gonna copy, might as well copy from the best of the best. I need to talk about another game. Sorry, I don't have like Omori on my head. So I'm gonna continue watching my 19-hour movie. Jesus Christ, it's not just life. It's just you looking at a wall. Also, you can see. Actually, wait, no, you can't see. I forgot about that. I mean, I'll show the references later, but she has green eyes, so let's give her green eyes. I guess I can talk about well, painting movie is mega dope, is it? If it if it stimulates you, then go ahead. No quarrels from me. I won't judge what you get entertained by. I'm gonna also play Earthbound someday. I know I haven't been keeping up with like study drawings because of the commissions, and also I think there's just a lot of games I also want to play instead. You know? You don't enjoy paint dry? Oh no! I definitely had to watch paint dry before when doing my own paint to stuff, so yeah, I guess you can say I do enjoy it as well in a terrible-ish degree. Na 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 na. Ah. I get so sleepy. As soon as I start drawing, I get so sleepy. Give me a sec. Give me a quick sec. Alright, I'm back. I need better music. Give me a better music game. Or not game, YouTube. Sure, why not? It'll end. This was a recent addition to my music because I remember a video played it. Like a video had this music in it, and I was like, "Where is that from?" And then I remembered this song was a thing. And hey, you know, I enjoy it, so I don't care. Alright. So yellow hair is a bitch to get right. So normally a moron like me would go and shade it like just a gray dark version of yellow, but that kind of yellow looks disgusting. You need a yellow that is around that turns more orange, and that will look darker instead of going a completely just unsaturated yellow that's darker. I don't know why. Don't know why that's the case, but that's how colors work. So, or at least how we feel like colors should be. That looks good, I think. Again, don't quote me on these things. Don't quote me on these things. I have no clue what I'm doing. I have some clue, but I'm not like entirely sure. I'm sure some pro is watching and just being like, "Oh, you fucking idiot! What are you doing? You're doing everything so wrong." Just like, I don't care. If someone paid me to do this, I'm gonna do it the way they wanted me to do it. If they wanted to commission, they would commission you instead. I thought that there was a bag waving around in the outside, and I thought that was like a hand being waved. So far, I'm enjoying myself with Ocarina of Time, despite its slight issues. But then again, those issues aren't like contracting from the fact that I'm enjoying myself going through the story and everything, and seeing parts I've never seen. Like, again, I've seen videos and stuff about that game, but not like the little things. Like, I didn't know things like the dungeons, for example. I guess like some of the rooms with the puzzles and everything. I knew the boss, but I didn't know the entire rest of the stuff. Ooh, actually, I think I might need to set this to multiply and then alleviate it a little, because yeah, the bottom here is a little also colored, so I'm going to change it to multiply so it can match. Multiply is kind of like a get out of jail free card when it comes to shading. I don't know if you can tell that in some drawings that they use the multiply layer for everything. It's not that you can't use it, it's just that I think there are yes and no ways to use it. It's kind of hard because in one hand you want to use all your tools, but you don't want to use everything to the point where you're being handicapped by using those tools, you know? Like trainer wheels. You want to have them to learn, and then but no, at the same time they're not trainer wheels. No, that was a terrible analogy. They're tools, but you can't just rely on them, you know? And it kind of sucks trying to figure out when and when not to use it, but I guess that's an example of when to use it, in my opinion, I guess. Well, does it look good? No, at least judging by my own art. There's probably a ton of artists that can do this without needing the use of multiply, and I just don't know how. So that's good for them. I wish you can tell me your secrets. Oh well, though. I needed to check to make sure I wasn't still muted. I had to make sure that there were no lewd art on the commission sheet. If there was, I was gonna instead like VC it in my server. But good thing there wasn't. At least not for the next one. I hope someone really did a detail on the next commission. I know him. Well, kinda. I just know him. He's not someone new on Twitter or anything. He is like someone I knew from the past days back, being in iFunny and that group. Interesting times those were. Me. But yeah, Like it was like a 2 paragraphs. How many was it? 4 paragraphs of details of how this character is supposed to be, and it's just like, I don't know what words mean. Can you say this in things that are not words? So I can probably still figure it out, but I always prefer visual references than just being written out. I sadly do not have that big of an imagination. Can you believe that? As someone who barely draws their OC and only when everyone else draws my OC, it's kind of sad in a way, you know? You know, despite Earthbound being like the only RPG Earthbound, Mother 3, to be the only, probably only RPGs to use, is it the only RPGs to use the scrolling health mechanic? Because if that's the case, then I don't know, I won't want to try find a game that tries to do what Earthbound does a little better. Because the scrolling HP system is fine, but it does, I guess it just doesn't push itself to like the level it is. You just end up doing typical RPG things like just buffing and healing when you get hurt and all that kind of stuff. You never have these close calls. I mean, sometimes you do, but it's not like the main, you know, thing. I think scrolling HP is just as, you know, to stand out from the other RPGs, not really in a mechanical way, but just like, oh, we're doing something different. Neck hurts from stretching it too much and making it crack. I should stop doing it because it doesn't feel that great. Well, it does feel great, but it's also kind of dangerous, isn't it? And then, whatever. And yet I still do it anyway until it hurts me, and then I cry. And that's when Cody Yuki disappeared from the internet because she didn't. Okay. Switching though in Ring Fit does feel nice. At least, you know, in a professional, like, okay, I know I can do this because the game is telling me to do this, and if the game is telling me to do this, then I guess I'm safe. Oh shoot, why do I always accidentally press that one? Who's posting stuff in my Discord? Saber. Give me a sec. So I didn't make the line art feel like the hair is going in a dent, so I'm gonna do this like this. I'm gonna make the shading do it instead, and I hope that works a lot. There's a lot of art that has the shading kind of be the line art of some things, not necessarily all the things, and I hope I can pull that off too, because it sucks drawing line art for literally everything like that. That works, I guess. That works a little too well. There was something I was thinking of discussing about. I've talked a lot about difficulty. I've talked a lot about like maybe some game design. I didn't think about like the nature of RPGs in general. Like there's some RPGs, well, like the entire genre of RPGs is to copy, or not necessarily copy, but to emulate, you know, a Battlefield by, you know, slowing it down and you having to pick your options instead of real time. That's why they call it a real time strategy game sometimes, a real time RPG. But the problem with that is, it's just there's not a good, there's not really a good balance. RPGs aren't meant for everyone, I know that. I know, but like, what is it with RPGs being the one that's also more story heavy, you know? What is it with that? I guess an RPG that doesn't have a good story isn't interesting enough, because there's a, I guess maybe you can consider this a stereotype or whatever. It was like, if it's an RPG, then it has to have like, oh, it's supposed to have a good story, a long, complicated story, and you have to take time to get into it and everything. And like things like platformers usually have simple stories just to get you into the action faster, not have to deal with anything because you're just going to be platforming. It kind of just like, has anyone tried to break that? I know there has to be some platformer that is heavy on story as well. I'm just talking about RPGs and stuff. How like RPGs have the brand of like they're long and they also have complicated stories, and platformers don't. It's like, why do RPGs is always known for like having big, like long stories and not? I'm also sleepy. And I'm very sleepy because around here I usually sometimes maybe take a nap, and that has been getting the better of me for some reason, and I don't know why. So I'm trying to wake myself up. Everybody has kind of a long story, but it's also part RPG. You level up your attacks, and there's items to heal, and I guess it's also a bullet hell, but it's also a collectathon and Metroidvania as well. Okay, you know what? Rabi-Ribi is a lot of things. Let's not talk about Rabi-Ribi because that gets complicated real fast. It's kind of hard to find a pure platformer nowadays. Are you sure? Because Crash Bandicoot exists, so does Sonic Mania, so does Mario Odyssey, and so many more I think in the indie scene are platformers as well. Oh yeah, there was a Yooka-Laylee, like the Donkey Kong Country version thing. Is it? Thought you were talking about 2D. Oh. No, I mean 3D ones as well. "2D ones actually exist all the time. A lot of indie games do 2D and stuff like that. Do they have long stories? I don't entirely know. Why can't I select that? Hang on. There it is. Get rid of that. I don't really know. Uh-oh, I see a trend coming. I see a trend coming on Twitter. That is pretty arbitrary. I mean, you've been probably seeing this a lot too. The sketch versus finished work, which I don't know what's. I think I like that has existed. Like that kind of trend existed before all the time. It's always someone pushes the button, and then everyone follows forward. I don't know why. Actually, no, I do exactly know why, because it's, I guess it's relatable, and also it gets to advertise your art, which is why a lot of people do it. I don't know if I will do it as well. Wait, that's a trend and not standard? I see it here every now and then, like, I see it. No, it's the like, there's a hashtag and stuff. I remember someone starting to be like, here is like this famous person's, or no, it was a joke, I think. It's like, here's sketch, and then here's the final, and then someone like posted I don't know. I don't read too deep into stuff like that, but it's just how I see it. I see it as a trend because they're putting hashtags and stuff, so they're clearly promoting their art to a big public. And as you know, when it's something like trending, a lot of the popular artists are going to get the most attention. There's also a joke running in the art community that I've seen here and there, was how people will like more the sketch than the final work. I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. My numbers say they're not true, but that is just something I have noticed. But that's Twitter trend. That's just Twitter trends, like in general. Like it's just it's relatable stuff, but at the same time, it's also when something gets popular, a lot of artists do it just to catch like some wins, you know. So I never saw it happen. If it does, it's rare. Like sketch, they show like from where art happened. Yes. But at the same time, you also end up liking the finish art. So it should be equal. Or in some ways, you know, one should show favors over the other. The maid sitting down pose is a reference to another drawing, but I changed it a little with the hand on her face instead of on her head, like in the original reference I'm using. So it's kind of different. I think the leg is also different as well. After all these commissions are done, I will keep having commissions open, but I'm not gonna like post the sheet right away. I'm gonna wait a while. And then when I do get commissions open, I'm gonna, as much as I hate to do it, because people might get mad or something, I don't know. When I eventually open commissions again, it's gonna take probably even longer because I do want to work on dojins. There is a dojin in mind I would want to work on. I've said it multiple times, and I really want to work on that. Da-da, ba-da, ba-da. Not. Can I? Okay, hang on. Let's see here. Overlay. That changes them too much. Is there a layer that turns them into? I guess not. Well, I guess I can do this myself. Hang on. There you go. Maybe there should be white here. Yeah. I know the character kind of looks imbalanced. Like there's a lot of, it's really thick here, it's really thin there. Like the shoulders aren't like, you know, one and equal, but it was just like that to give you, like there's equal balance here. Like I said, I definitely did not do some things as accurate. Like why are the, well, I guess why is the hair different in both sides? But it's hard to make them in a different angle and different position while trying to keep them the same looking. I know this hair sticks out and you can't see one here, but maybe it's behind it, who knows? There's this white thing here, there isn't here. Maybe this thing's blocking most of it. Shoulders. I think the neck is a little bit too much this way. But at the same time, the hand is blocking some of the neck. So it should be in the middle. I don't know. I mean, I should stop thinking about that. As much as I would love to go back and fix those mistakes, as I probably should as a good artist that I want to be, I need to also learn to make sure what I'm getting is, well, then again, at the same time, when you put things on color and stuff, it definitely ends up looking a lot different than if it was just in line art. Because then there's color balance and as well and all that kind of stuff. It's like looking at a code in the game that you've made and be like, it seems like the code's all fine, and then when you actually play it, it's all broken in different ways. Let's change music. I still need to find music that gets me. Oh, actually, this might be the trick, actually. Head in Time. I guess I can talk about the Head in Time DLC. I'm surprised I didn't actually talk about that when I played that. I guess if there's one way to describe that DLC, it's a lot of cats, but also a lot of great, but would have been better, you know? I love it. I just wish there was like a little bit more oomph into it, I guess. The music is great though, I do like that. It was fun going through the stations and trains and everything, but I just wish there was more. Lots of cats and lag. Yeah, but that's why you get good computer or turn on the settings. To be fair, I did... Oh, it's too loud, I think. Where's the volume? To be fair, I think that it did frame skip me like on my computer here and there. So even in my computer it does sometimes lag a bit, but the important thing is that, so one thing that I would have wished, and I guess this is straight out of Grand Theft Auto because I had the idea of Grand Theft Auto when thinking about this. Oh, hi Cachito. How you doing? Hopefully also you guys like the new emotes. I don't know if I showed it off properly when I was with Ark, but like we have Lug Hug and then this other one, so for bits and for subs. Really cute. So we had everything on low and the poor thing was suffering to get 38 frames per second. Oof. Yeah, but that just comes to the course, you know? It just happens like that. I'm doing super good. I'm glad to hear that. Because I'm doing super good as well, I think. I'm having fun with drawing, and commissions are going well and all that kind of stuff. I just still wish I could have friends to hang out with and actually talk to. That's the only thing keeping me at bay. Plus, Omari has been great. I watched a near complete analysis of Omari. Have you even played the? I want to watch those when I beat the game, because again, I don't want spoilers. I really don't want spoilers. I wanted to go through it completely blind. At the same time, and no one tell me this. No one say if I'm right or wrong. If you do, I will time you out. I don't even know if it's gonna be like Grimm's Hollow, where there's like, I don't play RPG game. Ah, really? Oh, looks like we have some guy that doesn't play RPGs here. It's a fun game so far, though. Really, really recommend you go and play it when it goes on sale or something, because it's that fun. You are redacted. The interesting, so Kachio, there's another game, and then I guess since you know the analysis. Oh, I would love it if it came on the Switch. That would be nice. There was a thing, though, I was gonna say, damn it, that Omari, the way it tells its story, so far, from what I played, I haven't been the story again, don't tell me anything, but I will say this to you all. Cachito, isn't it? You know, I don't even, I should just not talk. I'm gonna beat the game, and then I'm gonna have a stream talking about Omari with spoilers. If I quote-unquote beat the game, I don't know if there's going to be more after the game, you know. That's something I fear, is that you quote-unquote beat the game and then you start talking about it, and then it's like, oh, I didn't beat the game, here's this other thing I needed to do, and now I'm spoiled of that, you know. I guess it's just part of the course, though. Grimm's Hollow has multiple endings, but I think that's my fault, because it makes it super obvious that there is. And I'm just being, I was kind of a moron for that one. I went to Steam and saw a guide. I was like, I gotta get the multiple endings. It's like, oh no, I was spoiled. And I was like, oh, well, you know what? I didn't know because I'm an idiot. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Tell me how to get them. What was I saying before you came? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Rush Hour, the cat DLC of Hat in Time. So one thing I wanted most of all from that is a what is this? No, that's the wetlands. I would have loved if they did a heist sort of thing, you know? Like, so for those who don't know, the final level is you fighting the boss, right? So, like, here's the thing, let me explain. The final mission, the entire story of that chapter of the train cat place is you get roped into a cat gang, and whenever you take a timepiece, they take it off of you. So what I thought was going to happen, I thought would be really cool if they did this, was that the cats will later go on a heist using the timepieces, to which Hat Kid will go and steal in the middle of the heist. So you would be trying to do this heist, and then like in the middle of it, Hat Kid gets an opportunity to get all the timepieces back. And she does, and now you have to fight the cat mafia that's gaining on your tail. That's what I thought would happen. Instead, it just has Hat Kid steal all the timepieces, and then you outrun the Makusa. So that's kind of sucks. And the sad thing is, you don't get to technically fight the cat leader, the cat mafia boss, which also kind of sucks. I mean, I guess since we had another mafia boss fight before, I don't know. I just wish you could have fought her as well, even though before, like, she instantly kills you with one swipe. Na, na, na. What am I talking about? Hat in Time. Hat in Time, the What is even pronounced? Nyakuza. Nyakuza. Right. La 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 la. It's also interesting that that cat lady, or cat lady, well, she is a cat lady, but not a cat, whatever. It is funny how that cat mafia boss is the only character Hat Kid is actually afraid of. If you read the diaries, Hat Kid mentions that she's really afraid of her. Like the diary, I think that's the one consistent thing of Hat Kid actually, because in the game and in the diary, it's the same. Because I've complained before that Hat Kid's personality changes in the diary and in the cutscenes. So yeah, Hat Kid is scared of the cat mafia boss. Not only because she one-shots. If you ever attack that the boss, she hits you back, and it's always a one-hit kill. You can't avoid it. I like also that when you beat the chapter and go back to in her store, like there's a police investigation. Even then, if you attack her, she'll kill you on the spot with the policemen still in the store. She's that dedicated to murdering you if you attack her. Also, it's really nice to have like that area as well as I believe the only place you can have more than 4 hit points, which was really helpful. Na, na, na. La la la. La 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 la. Na, 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 na. I think this song is probably the greatest out of the entire DLC though. I think Pink Pause Station is also really good. It also has the melody of what's the thing called? Gusty Dust something. Oh, what was it? Dusty Galaxy from Super Mario Galaxy. It has that melody and it's quite interesting. Also watched a video today titled "How to Take Your Dub Blind Answer for Work v Eggs." Ooh, nice. I remember seeing that video. I didn't watch it though because I guess it's just personal preference for me though. I kind of actually don't like hearing like dub stuff of things like games or things that don't have a canonical voice actor because I like to put my own voice in character sometimes, and if there's a voice that doesn't match it, that mine, like, it doesn't work right. I mean, I'm not gonna say that they're bad voice actors, but I'm saying that if it's a character that doesn't get voiced in like the games, you know, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, this is their voice, because when it comes to reading, you perceive a sentence really differently. Everyone perceives sentences differently. Like, you know, it can be any range of emotions. You can perceive it, you know. Which is why voice acting is one so important, and also more important to be silent, to have the reader think who the personality is sometimes, you know. That doesn't okay, also that doesn't apply to everything. There are some exceptions to that. There are exceptions to that. I'm not saying that happens in literally everything. There are some exceptions, but you know, you do what you will. Do what you will. Bowser canon voice. Yes, I swear that is actually how I see Bowser talking. Everyone hates me, but I swear that's how I perceive Bowser's voice. even when he does grunts in like other games, I still imagine that voice as Bowser, just with grunts. It just sounds like that. I don't know why people say everyone doesn't like, you know, the voice acting's bad when it's like, like it fits, it works. Then there's also times where the compression also kind of. So have you ever seen the Star Fox 64 voice uncompression? It would be nice to play the entire game like that and see how they all sound instead of just little clips, you know? Because man, it is really weird hearing that without the compression and everything. Slippy does not sound as bad. Slippy does not sound as bad as the compression made her sound. That's Pixiv. I didn't mean to open Pixiv. This is puzzle, isn't it? Let's go low-key synthwave. This plays when you're on a train during that final mission. La 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 la. Yes. Someone also, I think, maybe, did you watch the one where they play like the first level without the compression? I wish it kept like a little bit of the. Well, I think they were lucky because the compression really did make it seem like they were talking through radio. And at the same time, I think the newer Star Fox games also keep that, where it's higher quality, but they also keep some like, not compression, but an effect to make it seem like they're talking through like radio, but you can still hear them. La 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 la. I was thinking about like when you get your humor from somewhere, like it's not uncommon for things like, you know, video games or movies to be the source of your humor. Like, oh, this is the kind of jokes I would make. Oh yeah, Slippy is a lot better in uncompressed than she is compressed. Slippy was the worst. I think there's another one, but I don't remember. La 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 la. I can't say that Super Lechop specifically is the type of humor I'm into. I still had a great time laughing, but I'm not gonna say like that's my source of laughing. And at the same time, I can't say also like Earthbound be my source of, like the kind of jokes I would make. I mean, they're funny though. But maybe it's like, I think it came from like my kind of humor is more in line with Undertale's humor, which I guess is inspired by Earthbound's humor in a way. I skipped every Super Ledge Hub dialogue. Are you just the guy that keeps skipping dialogue? Because I know what perfect game you would like, and that's Bug Fables. And that's because one of the characters literally likes to skip dialogue. The devs confirmed it. It was, I remember the devs were saying that, I think it was written somewhere, I forgot, that V, the B girl in the team in Bug Fables, is the kind of person that likes to skip dialogue in games. Yeah, if you get stuck in the game, you know, I'm not helping you. Yeah, I'm not helping you. If you get stuck in the game, you're on your own. You are on. You're on your own. And also, I'm gonna move this really quick, actually. Oh shoot, that's attached to something. Lore doesn't interest me. Okay, but what about what about Cody lore? You're gonna miss Cody lore if you don't read dialogue, because hey, guess what? Some of my lore is in some of the games I play, and if you skip dialogues, you skip out on my lore as well. Press M1 to shoot is better than take out those enemies with the gun. Someone put a lot of work into writing though, and you will miss out on the characters, which are rich and fun. Listen, we can't convince someone to change their ways, but we can laugh at them. So Kachio, you're a stupid motherfucker for skipping dialogue. We can't change you. We can't change the way you are, so might as well we make fun of you. You created an echo chamber, Cody. Echo chamber. Is that so? But yeah, dialogue is really important in games. Not only do they tell you like instructions of how to actually, you know, progress through the game, but some games, here's the thing, some games are carried by the story. Some games, that's why like a lot of people will sometimes not like story-based games, because they don't care about the story when it's kind of mostly the point, unless the gameplay is that bad. Ow. Optional dialogue, you know what? I think Hollow Knight has a lot of that. Hollow Knight has a lot of optional dialogue. A lot of the things that have lore is you usually have, well, no, also Bug Fables. Bug Fables also have the lore books. Books literally that contain lore. Now here's the problem with me though. I like a show don't tell mentality when it comes to games. Hollow Knight does it well with show don't tell, like, oh man, like some flashbacks and some scenes of just characters like just being together, just being like, oh, I wonder what that means. That one's great, but I'll be honest, the lore books and Bug Fables, I haven't read any of them. I don't know if I will read them on like the Let's Plays someday. That is true, you do learn them. The game does tell you. But that game is also supposed to make you feel very alone. So that's a free pass. But yeah, Bug Fables, a lot of dialogue does have the character explaining how to use something, and that's fine because they react together, they're a team, and it's nice seeing them how they react to each other and all that kind of stuff. Them learning how to use their moves effectively and everything. That one's great. But let's see. But yeah, I haven't read any of the lore books, just because I would rather have like cutscenes and like, you know, showmanship instead of just Here's like a little like a little story, like, okay, once upon a time there was this, they all died, the end, you know. This is my first time doing white thighs. I usually do black ones because I find black ones hotter. La 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 la. But yeah, I really like a show don't tell mentality. I do like cutscenes of characters interacting with each other and, you know, and stuff like that. I do prefer that over just dialogue. Dialogue is great too. Here's another great example. Kid Icarus Uprising is all dialogue. They have cutscenes, but characters talk to each other constantly while you're playing the game. So while you're playing, you're also laughing because the characters are being fucking idiots again. For example, the mission of Hades trying to get the wish seed, like, they just explain, oh, he wants it, you know, in the way beginning, and then you get deeper and deeper and you're like, okay, why does he want it? What's important about the wish seed? That is explained as you're playing the game. And it's done so hilariously well that I just love it. So Kid Icarus is fantastic in that area as well. Just having dialogue play while you're playing the game and not in just all the time cutscenes. It is brilliant. La 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 la. Sad that we're not gonna get another Kid Icarus in like 25 years. What? Oh. Trying to think of other games that have a lot of lore that I like to talk about. Oh, I'm assuming you're looking up Kid Icarus Uprising as I was talking about it. Yeah, it definitely is a lot of fun. It does hurt the wrist though. It does hurt the control scheme. It's one of the reasons why I wish it was re-released, because the control scheme is it's incredible for what they did for DS, but it does hurt the wrist after a while, and you have to take breaks on it and stuff like that. So it's a fixer-upper, but at the same time, I love it. I enjoy the hell out of it. I wish there was more levels, because I would totally... Well, I still have yet to do Boss Rush. I haven't done that yet. I don't know... Does Palutena always talk slower to you? No. Palutena is a mad lad. She teaches you controls in the beginning, but then just likes to shit talk you as you play. Like, she constantly makes fun of the fact that you can't fly, that Pit can't fly. She's always like helping me, like, oh, there's treasure this way or something like that, but in a goofy manner. Oh man, the one about the lower crown. Okay, there's a conversation where like Palutena tells you there's treasure to the left, so you go there, and as you're going there, Pit questions Palutena to be like, how do you know there's treasure? And she's like, oh, I can like read minds and shit. So, and then like Pit is like thinking about it, and he's like, ah, that's pretty great. And then Palutena is like, Palutena goes, and that's not all, Pit. I can also see what's in your heart. So you better not be thinking of anything naughty. And then Pit reacts profoundly of that, and Palutena just goes, I'm just kidding. Like, really, you think I'm serious there? And then Pit just goes on and just be like, oh, yeah, I was joking too. And then Palutena's just like, yeah, sure you were. It's so good. It's like, yeah, I was also joking. Sure you were. It's so good. There's a compilation of all the dialogue stuff in a playlist somewhere. It's so good. Dialogue is so nice. Plus, it has one of my favorite lollies ever, Viridi. Viridi, and this is actually something that I love more than the Japanese version than the English version. Wait, no. Backwards. Something I love at the English version more than the Japanese version. Viridi in the Japanese version is kind of characteristic of being like a tsundere-like character, a bratty tsundere, you know, lolly character, like Toradora, I guess. But in the English version, she's much more like, I can't say evil, but more of like a grim, like little girl that has a command to an army. She has a to kill list that you're on. She does still act tsundere in one specific scene, and they do refer to her as a cactus. But it's mostly like just making fun of you, going with you with analogies, talking to other. It's just great. Is Viridi another deadpan lolly? Viridi is a great lolly. Viridi is like top tier lolly. She's the best. She's probably the most loved characters aside from like Dark Pit and Palutena. Someone needs to make a game of her bratty tsundere MILF in the Aura lolly. I'm trying to think what that is. That is some weird energy. I can probably make... It's like, we can make a character like that. We can probably make a character like that. I don't know how it will work though. Yeah, but Hades is also a really fun one. A lot of the characters are actually like really fun. Hades, the Sun God. What's another one? The guy. Who's the guy that? Or wait, no, that's Wario. That's a Wario character. I think. The guy that takes care of the moon base for Viridi. Oh, Fostra is a hot-headed girl. She's great too. Has some good dialogue. The story is also really nice as well. Uh-oh. The song ended. Let's put it back. Let's have it on loop. Any good boss fights in Kid Icarus? I guess, yeah. They're not the best boss. They're not the most creative boss fights. I will definitely give that to something like Phantom Hourglass, being creative with the boss fights. But the boss fights in Kid Icarus are just fine. You know, they're great. They're a challenge. They're a tough enemy. You fight them. You know, you go for a weak point sometimes. It's sometimes something unique, like you're riding like a cart pulled by a lightning horse. So yeah, sometimes it's pretty good. It's not the best boss fights, but it's good boss fights. Definitely not terrible. La 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 la. La 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 la. Let's put some music from Kid Icarus actually. Also, I guess in parts ways, there's also that what's it called? Kid Icarus Uprising also is the game that introduces the difficulty meter, aka the meter that appears in Smash later on. Like that's where it originated in Kid Icarus Uprising, and then it was later used for Smash Brothers. I kind of have a problem with that, but it's more of games being about difficulty like that, not necessarily the system itself. Because if I say that, technically the same thing applies with Smash Brothers. Kinda. Minecraft, but with Smash Bros. Damage. I mean, that's a game mode. People have made that, haven't they? I assume people have made that. So it'll be the game with that type of mod. Interesting. La 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 la. Bam, 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 bam. Oh shoot! The Nether doesn't have the Nether doesn't have out of place zone, so they had to bring them out of there. That's interesting. I'm kind of interested to try out that mod. That sounds like it sounds tedious to put to drag the blazes out of the Nether, so I might like a bit cheap by taking the spawn and putting it in the overworld instead. But that sounds fun to try out. Trying to make sure the lanes look right. I want the lanes to be a little more interesting. Basically become immune in caves. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm just curious how it'll turn out. Oh yeah, another thing about Kid Icarus that I guess I can talk about is the you make your own weapons and stuff. So it's kind of like you craft your own weapons, but it's, how should I say? When you play on a difficulty, the harder it is, the more stuff you get in return, which is weapons, money, so on. So the higher the difficulty, the more money you get. The more money and more weapons, better weapons you get. And if you just want to play like casually, like just a little bit of challenge, but not really like death defying, then you're probably fine. Maybe you can switch out weapons here and there to see one that you personally like. And you can maybe like slowly set it higher and higher until you reach a comfortable level where you can just like play somewhat casually, like you're trying, but at the same time you're not dying every 5 seconds getting frustrated. So that's probably a good place to start. That's how I did. And then later, if you want, you can try to up the difficulty to get better weapons and stuff. There is an achievement for completing the game on the hardest difficulty for all the levels, but it's kind of arbitrary. Like I guess it's not really a thing that comes in the casual play, so I don't count kind of against it. But you basically need a certain setup to beat all the levels in so-called 9.0. Like defense, maybe a little bit of shot power, extra health, and health boost recovery from healing items. And I think speed and agility. Or is it just speed, or is it stamina? Something like that. Yeah. So it's like defense, health, recovery, power, and stamina / speed. So that's 6 things. Not all. I have a few weapons that fits into that category. So it's definitely possible, but it takes a while to get that perfect weapon, you know? It's definitely not an easy thing to do. Definitely not an easy thing to do. To also grind for all that as well. I say grinding because it kind of is. There's a level system. You can like play the levels differently and all that to get different output, to get different weapons and stuff. But there's one level in Suspicious that gives out the most weapons, I believe, if you play it right. That I've seen guides on the internet. So I had to replay that stage a lot. It is technically also the shortest stage, so it wasn't that bad either. But it still kind of sucked. But again, it was optional and just for an achievement, so it didn't mean anything. Yeah, it's optional, so technically, like, you're going out of your own way to do it. So, you know, I guess I'm fine with it. It wasn't required to beat the game, but it was still something that, you know, just happens. Aside from that, though, that's Kachio. Like, that's what made me post that one drawing. Let's see if I can find it. Hang on. Oh god, I don't know how far ago it was. I don't think it was that far though. That's a Titanfall drawing, so it should be kind of close, I think. Here it is. That's what this post was about. Because at the time I was trying to get the perfect weapon to beat on the highest difficulty, and I was up at 3 a.m. just trying to make the best weapon I could. To be fair, I did find eventually my perfect weapon. Actually, I had one and then I accidentally threw it away, so I had to make another one. I think right now it's like, I think they're Pandora Claws. They have an insane amount of speed, you know, defense and all that kind of stuff. I think they're my favorite right now. Before I had a palm that was kind of fine, but it didn't really do much. It just carried me from the normal game because I think that palm was a normal drop. So I was really lucky with that, or maybe I crafted, I don't remember. So yeah, it was really lucky that I got that palm. That carried me through the game mostly. And then the one I threw away, the one I threw away was the Dark Pit staff that had basically all the great stats, but I threw it away because I got too greedy with wanting better stats. I thought the worst level was good. I thought, see, there is one chapter where you actually don't play as Pit, you play as another character. And let me change the music again. What music is this? Okay, let's change it to, this one's nice. There is a chapter where you play as another character and not Pit, and that means you're stuck with the, like, one of the worst classes in the game for campaign mode, a club. And you would think that level took me like hours to beat because hardest difficulty, I can't change my weapon or my type or anything. You would think it wasn't actually that bad. I did have to replay it a few times here and there because I end up screwing up at the final end. But because the level was the exact same and my weapon was the exact same, it actually became not so bad, especially since it's a level that I also avoided everything. I think it's the only level where I intentionally avoided everything compared to other difficulties where I actually went to try to get as many enemy kills and stuff as I got. There are some enemies though in higher difficulties you're just gonna be like, nope, I ain't dealing with that shit, and just leaving entirely. La 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 la. Oh, also the game loves to reference the original. Not so much that it bothers you. It like it doesn't break the fourth wall that much. It references the old games, but it does it enough to make you chuckle and be like, huh, they remembered that. Especially some like fun video game trivia as well. Yeah, they reference the original a few times here and there, and it's great. That game universe and this game universe has nothing to do with each other. So if you don't know video game facts, there's an enemy in Kid Icarus, and in the original as well, this is not just a new one, in the original called Kameto, which is an alien-looking enemy that flies around, and when it grabs on your head, it sucks the life out of you, and you have to shake it off. In Metroid, there is enemies called Metroids that fly around that are aliens, and if they get on your head, suck your health away. And both games of the original was developed by the same team. And their games are based on the same engine. So in the new game, there's a scene where Pit literally just goes and says, hey, don't Kametos look awfully a lot like Metroids? And another character has to be like, shut up, we're not supposed to talk about that. It's great. Humor is so good. I'm free to talk about this because it's not an Undertale situation where it's like a big popular game. I'm saying this because it's not a big popular game. I think it's so well though, but it's been ages, so I could talk about this. I've been told I don't think that person, aka, I probably shouldn't say it in case they don't want me to tell their name. So I don't know if you're watching this secret person. But I was talking to someone that told me that they really didn't like how, like, they were they had the Undertale effect happen to them, where they were told so often if they were going to play Undertale to the point where they started to hate Undertale because of it, which I'm just going to say straight up is really dumb. I understand that it gets annoying to be told over and over again everything that they played Undertale. But to the point where you start hating it just because it's popular, I mean, isn't that just, just kind of silly to me? I sometimes get that too. I don't know. I guess I haven't yet. When Five Nights at Freddy's got popular, I wanted to be part of it. When Undertale came out, I wanted to see what it was about. The only one that was understandable to me, it's cathartic to hate a popular thing. Yeah, guess what? My entire thing in the past was hating on Touhou Project in a Touhou community center, or community chat room. It did not go well. Plus, now I do appreciate Touhou a lot more than I did back then, because it was mainly because I was disappointed that Touhou wasn't this big series that I thought it was. That it was just a bullet hell and people just loved it that much. So technically I was kind of in that same page before, but that was because I was disappointed at something. I was disappointed in my revelation that Touhou wasn't the thing I was expecting, not because people were saying it was the best thing ever, So I kind of get a pass on that. I can't think of, other than that, I really can't think of another game that people has been like so popular for, La 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 la. Yeah, expectations weren't met. Same thing with Cave Story. I don't enjoy Cave Story because gameplay is not how I like it. But I'm not gonna diss on the game. I still respect it. It started the indie game community that we all know and love today. I'm not gonna diss the game because I didn't like it. I still felt great when I beat it. Be like, huh, I finally beat this game that inspired the indie dev community. You know, I still like had that, you know, good moment. I didn't want to hate the game because I wanted to hate it. You know. La 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 la. I get hated on Steven Universe because the fan base is unbearably annoying. Well, that's TV, and that's another thing. I can hate like a new game history produced during the game I enjoyed, but pivoted like Fall Guys. Wow, I actually responded correctly to that. Fall Guys, I think Fall Guys is similar to like PUBG, I guess, in terms of like how people eventually turn. Well, I guess it wasn't the fact that it was that bad. It was just a new thing that everyone got addicted to, and then slowly they fell out of the addiction. It was just a trendy game, and that was it. Like Fall Guys is a trending game. I think Among Us is a pretty decent game because it's more focused on having a good time with your friends and party wise, rather than playing it all the time. You know. If you play it all the time, it kind of eventually gets stale, and you're going to need new people to keep it interesting because they have different tells and everything. So, yeah. Oh, right, this stinger that's from that is also used in Terraria. I know that's an instrument, but every time I hear that, I just think of the corruption. In Terraria. Ah. From my slumber. It's just the stinger. That's also in Terraria. I know it's an instrument and something, but every time I hear it, I think of the corruption from Terraria. Among Us is just enough saturated polygons like the Undertale effect. Yeah, Among Us is great, but I think how overpopular it gets is like a double-edged sword to the game. Even though the game's not its fault as it. It's just people. You know, that's just people. That's just how people are. You know, people become like a popular thing. The game somehow becomes worse. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, now for the actually best song in the game. Terraria fandom is dying. Well, the game, I think, is finished updating. So technically, yeah, it is kind of dying because it doesn't have life support anymore. I wonder what next game the Relogic does next then. Coughs and mod support. Okay. Listen. You right. But still though, the mod or not, the game is still gonna suffer. The only mod that carried through a game back in life is DayZ from Arma. That is the only game in history that's probably done that, I think. Minecraft does not count because Minecraft, it was still updating itself at the time. So Minecraft does not count. Even though the mods were popular, and Minecraft was still being updated at the time, so it doesn't count. I should have to just buy Terraria. That would be a terrible thing. Yeah, but there was the weight of the update. The community was still alive because there was going to be an update. It was still alive. Now that there's not an update anymore, the game is gonna die because there's nothing to look forward to anymore other than the community to back it up. The only game that I believe has done this was, DayZ. When it came out like 8 months ago. Is there going to be another update? Because I keep hearing that it's the last update. You know, Journey's End. Isn't that how an update should go? Don't announce things too early, otherwise you might change plans. I don't know what you're talking about, you guys. This is typical, like, dev stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. It's typical for a game to actually announce, like, in a reasonable time, so drastic things don't have to be changed. By the way, how do you like best song? Also, I bet there's going to be a 1.5. The third dev said this is going to be last license to 1.2. Possibly then. But until it happens, you know, I'm going to stick to my stance that, you know, until it happens, I'm considering Terraria to be off of life support. Because they, you know, no more updates. Until they announce another update, then it's back on life support. By the way, I love how Dark Pit in Kid Icarus is not just some edgy, like, evil character of the main character. I mean, kinda, but they do it in probably, I think, the best way. He has a character arc of his own. He has his reasonings. He's not just like with the evil guys. He actually defies Medusa as well. And even Medusa is like, "You're supposed to be with me, dude. Like that's what you were created for." And he's like, "Ah, no." So it's like, "No, bitch." And it's like, "Huh, that's interesting." It's great. Plus the dialogue between Pit and Dark Pit is great as well. Ah, shoot, I hit my mic. Journeys continue. That would be funny. Probably not. It'll probably be something else that makes it seem like it's the end. Destination, like final destination. Chikulu's only final destination. Such a good song. I love this song. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Kid Icarus also has a multiplayer function, but it's been dead for years. You'll be paired up with bots instead, though, so if you want, you could still try. So you can also get interesting bot names, like it will be other Nintendo characters. So I had add Ness, Link, sometimes just like I don't know, I forgot the other names, but it was names like that. Light versus Dark is also a very interesting game mode. It is basically like deathmatch, but you know, in teams. And if you are the out, if you're the one who gets killed when your team's health bar is low, you become Pit or Dark Pit, and you're given a random weapon to work with. So you're basically now frantically trying to survive, because if they kill you, it's game over. So you have to do your best to immediately learn your new weapon and its stats, and then also try to avoid the enemy team as they're rushing to get to you. Honeypot 2, God, I swear. I might get it, considering the fact that I already own Honeypop 1. Thanks for that. They have just like a chessboard. Going back to the multiplayer though, yeah, you usually get paired up with bots. And even then in the past, I had some, even with the bots, there were some really tough like fights I had. Or maybe there were real people at the time, I don't remember. But they were great. The fights were great. It's always a tense situation, just being like, unless it's not, you know, one-sided. But there was a time where the fight took so long because I was just trying to avoid everyone. And we were all trying to try to knock each other out, and it was great. However, nothing is as scarier as being paired up in the lobby with just, you know, yourself and some bots, and then getting into a lobby with a Japanese player. Seeing a Japanese player in the board is just death. Because here's the thing. The solo meta is having lots of speed, stamina, defense, and health. And some extra damage, but with also a lot of range. Melee is a death sentence, usually in single player. However, in multiplayer, the meta is a lot of attack, a lot of defense, clubs, and a powerful swing. Yeah. So you can imagine seeing that Japanese player having a club and one-shotting everything was definitely a sight to see. Let's see. It's another good music. Ah, Lolly time. Viridi, the goddess of nature. Probably the same composer of Smash Brothers, because again, this was made by Sakurai, who also works on Smash, so yeah. Oh yeah, and the game also does reference Super Smash Brothers a few times. Na, 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 na. Wait, actually, is this the chapter? Yeah, this should be the chapter. Now listen, I'm not genocide on Maine or anything, but I'll totally watch Verity drop a new nature nuke on the entire human population to bring back nature. I can't help it. That's my favorite part of the song. It's like Raisin's theme. I can't help but hum along a little bit to. Yeah, Verity is characterized. And remember, I said Verity was characterized as just a cute lolly type tsundere in the Japanese version and a little bit more murderous in the English version. Her first move in the game is dropping a nuke on the entire human civilization. So she's clearly best girl. I think we can all understand that. This beginning part reminds me of Wizard Total 1. Oh god, fuck. I'm thinking of Omari again, and I'm just like, ah! Because goddamn shit goes down. But I can't talk of it, I must focus on Kid Icarus Uprising. Yeah, Rarity is, I guess literally god tier because she is a god, the goddess of nature after all. Don't you dare finish that sentence, young man. Don't you dare finish that sentence. I have my mouse cursor over something. Fucking told you. I told you. I warned you. I warned you. I told you not another word out of you, young man. When I hadn't said. Oh my god, I love having godlike powers over you guys. How do you guys feel? Hi guys, what just happened in the last 3 minutes? Nothing. Nothing happened. We're all friends here. We're all friends here. You're gay, Deba. You're gay and you know it. You can't say anything to me because you're more gay. Lan 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 lan. Buys Megapog. Gay, homosexual, gay. You're gay. You're gay, Deba. But I love you. But not in a gay way, because you're gay. Love you too. When are we gonna do fun stuff together? Need better music. This music's great, but I want even better music than this. This one's nice. Maybe tonight. We're playing Duck Game in my server tonight. I don't know if you have Duck Game if you want to join in. It's not that expensive, but it is quite pricey. I know you have school and everything, so I don't know if you should spend your money on another game. But you can come in and VC if you want and just watch us play. Gay game. You have no right to say that, Deba, as the man who owns like several hentai games. And then make a layer for the buttons. Make H games. Are you gonna make an H game? Should Lame Dimension make a H game? Cody, H game win. Isn't that just real life? My H game is real life. It's a Lame Dimension rule to not make rated 18 games actually. Ah. Yep, F in chat. Sorry, Deba, no H games. Saturday night with you too. You know, Lame Dimension, hang on. Lame Dimension cannot make H games, but we can make fan Lame Dimension games of characters. Chair would hate us for that, but you know what? It would be really funny. We can make fan games of Yuta Ichika to make an H game. Chair would actually beat the shit out of us for that idea, for sure. But that would be a funny idea. I mean, but that's a picture. Like the rule is that Lame Dimension cannot make any rated H games, but the like we can as fans. Well, technically, I guess I'm not a fan anymore. Oh yeah, Deba Chair commissions loot art, I think, or no, not Deba commission. I mean Chair commissions loot art. I believe so. Yeah. Have commissioned Deba, have Chair commissioned Deba for rated 18 game as the artist. She could have had a code only for that to bike back with Cody making an 18 game of his characters. You know, that's really funny. Chair still has not teach me how to code. I don't blame him because I know he's a busy person and everything. And I'm learning on my own, kinda. I still haven't coded in a while. I need to code that Picross gate, but I don't know how. I don't know how to make puzzles. I got most of the things up, but there's no tutorials on what to do next, and I'm so lost because I don't even know where to start. But yeah, Chair has not taught me how to make a game yet. I mean, I guess I did join game jams, and I made games like that. But again, they were mostly from tutorials. They were mostly being taught to me. I don't know how to just know how to make a game and then make the process. Because there's here's two steps, okay? Here's the thing. Like, me doing art There's a reason why I don't look at art. I mean, I look at art tutorials here and there to learn if there's anything I need to relearn, you know, here and there. But when I do art, I know I know slightly what I'm doing, you know. I know like some anatomy. I know the steps to do it. I'm used to doing it in my own way. I'm used to coloring, how I see color, all that kind of stuff. But not with coding. I don't know what to do with coding. I don't even know where to start with coding because I don't know all my tools for coding. I don't know, you know, all the different functions and stuff. I don't know how to use functions properly or make them properly. I don't know how to do this properly. I don't know how to get the effect I want to get properly. So a lot of the time is spent on tutorials and learning what to do. Just making your own game in Minecraft. That's for another time. You guys are really talkative today. But yeah, that's why it takes me almost an hour to get through a video that's like 30 minutes, because I have to constantly like try to figure out what the code is trying to do while just trying to copy at the same time. Read books or stay gay. I've read your manga. I've read your doujin, Deba. You can't complain. I've read your doujin multiple times. Ba has doujin? Yes, Ba did make a doujin. Uh-oh. Oh, but we're fine. It's not lewd. It is a Toho doujin that he made. And you sold it. Our doujin Cody. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I did help do some of the shading as well as some others. You can't... Deba put my name and someone else's name, Death by Lolly, in the credits. So despite not making it well, actually no, I did make myself something physically. I made the Chizuru and Yuto charms. But before that, Deba's doujin was the only time I had actual like credit on something physical. Now I also have Chizuru and Yuto as charms. But before that, it was Deba's book that I helped out with. Now my goal is to make my own doujin as well. It will actually be lewd. I have talked about it many times, but I still need to get the pages done. Which takes a while because goddamn, I'm busy doing so many other things. Someday I'll have that released because I want to finish that this year. I want to at least finish that and get that being made at least this year or the beginning of next year. Want me to help? I'm fine. No, I'm fine. The story is fine. Everything is fine. It's just I need to draw the panels. I need to draw the storyboard panels. There a lot of them is in sketch, and the full story isn't completed. I need to know like lewd scenes and everything. And considering that I haven't done hentai before, it's one thing to just draw a panel from a reference. It's another thing to continue that with the motions, you know. I'll glad if you help me, but I will ask. I don't know what to ask though. I need to, I guess maybe in the lewd scenes because I haven't drawn a lot of lewds, unlike you have. Yeah, strange. The pervert that's streaming here has not drawn a lot of lewds. Get this 31696 position. That's a book. Send me the book. I will use that as reference then. Alright, I'll keep that on hold so I can get that working. Maybe I'll work on that tonight. I don't know. Again, there's gonna be Duck Game tomorrow. There's gonna be Duck Game tonight in my server, and because I miss social interactions and I want to play with friends. No. Oh wait, sorry. Blah, blah, blah. This song that's playing right now, there's something special about it that you don't notice unless you listen to the soundtrack and everything. I don't think it's this one though, it's this one. So listen closely to the song. Listen very close to this song. Let me put the volume up and everything so you can hear better and you have to turn up your volume. So I don't know if you noticed, but the sound cuts out. The soundtrack is mostly orchestral. And then it shuts down to this more, I don't know what to call this. I forgot what this cut to music, but it's fitting because there's alien invaders in part of Kid Icarus Uprising, and so they're literally messing with the music. Yes, Deba, I see you. Yes, Deba, what is it? Oh my God! No! God damn it! Did you post that in the chat? You're gay. Ugh. Did you? Why did you post that in the chat? You could have sent it in DMs. Oh shoot! I thought I didn't click on that. Yeet. Don't worry, I still have the link. But send it in DMs. Send it in DMs instead. You can't send that on the Twitch chat. You can't send that on the Twitch chat. No, because it's a lewd link. It's okay, Deba. You're fine. Here, I'll send you a love. But yeah, Aya will get angry. Yeah, Aya would actually get angry. So be careful about that. You could just send me in DMs. Now the problem is, I don't know if the VODs that was gonna matter much. Well, let's hope not. I agrees. I'm not gay. I want a girlfriend. I haven't found a girlfriend yet, but I want a girlfriend. Let's see here. I'm your Kiev. You don't have boobs or anything. That's what I want from a girl. You are gay. Rip. I think that's mostly of the good music here. No, I want girl boobs. Those are the better ones. I want girl boobs instead. Big sad. I told you I want girls. I don't want gays. Girls aren't even real though. Then I guess I'm just gonna live a fantasy for the rest of my life. Excuse me, but I'm not homosexual. I forgot that Aya freaks out whenever something even to the close mention of sex is announced. Hello. Oh, that's my. Oh my, that's Riri. Oh, hi. Hi, Kiara. You came at a great time. How are you? We're doing art commissions, and everyone in chat is being idiot. But yeah, how are you doing? Tell us, do you draw? Are you here for a random reason? Are you here for the looks? Or are you here for studies? Answer now. You will be tested on this. Oh, nice work. Thank you. This is going. How much time do you have? Oh god, we're here for 2 hours. I don't think. And Kachio is banned because he answered incorrectly. That's what you get for answering wrong to Aya. I don't know why you guys keep doing that. But yeah, thank you for the work. It's maybe I need to work on this area. I don't think I like that area as much. Let's tone that down. I will draw like custom wrinkles here. I'm not banned. Immediately gets kicked again. Okay, I don't know how that worked out, but that was beautiful. That worked out amazing. I'm not banned. Gets kicked again. I might be able to finish this before we end stream, so I can work a little bit on. Oh shit! Actually, I'm doing this on the same layer. Hang on. See you to say hello. I cannot wait to see it finished. Okay. What's going on? Oh, I'm using the eye color. Well, it'll probably, I'll release it, if everything goes right, I'll post it tomorrow on Twitter and on Pixviv. And then you should see it there then in full quality on Pixviv. Twitter compresses it if Twitter doesn't allow it. So I'll have to turn it into a JPEG and then do all that kind of crazy stuff. But if all goes well, you know. I don't know how I can make this part more interesting. You know what? Actually, I can probably like do little spots of these. No, not that one. Actually, wait, no, actually this one. Get this little shine, and then we'll get some watercolor. There you go. Maybe. Hang on. Maybe this watercolor instead? There you go. Just something to make it a bit more visually interesting in there. Cody fucking gay and I love him. I love you too, Deba, but you're gay. I need to stretch my legs. Because God, I've been sitting for so long. Should ban you all, honestly. I should just ban you all. I should honestly just ban you all. When are you gonna become Fumo? I don't play Roblox, so probably never. I'm creeping out Aya. Fucking bastards. Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine. Which was my favorite theme? Hang on. I think it's this one. You guys are really testing Naya, aren't you? And I'm gonna have to show chair this stream just to watch you guys abuse the hell out of Aya. Okay, I think the the bow. Oh God. Okay, the bow, the hat, and then the eyes, and I think after that, it's done. I could use eyedropper. Na -na. Why is Yume Nikki music so good? And I swear, like, the fan games, other than probably Yume Tuki and LSDVM, doesn't do the music that Yume Nikki can do as good. Like, there's something about Yume Nikki's music that's just so hypnotic. That that you're able to make music like this. Like, Yume Nikki is really unique in that aspect, the music part, that no other fan game can get right, other than Yume Tuki and LSDVM. Oh, hi little tiger. Welcome to these two idiots, or three I guess, being just really dumb. But yeah, how are you? We're doing a commission and then doing another sketch afterwards, so... Are you interested in art, or you are an artist? Please tell below, and how was your day as well, along with more information about your personal life if you want. Dare you not count me on the idiot circle, Cody? It was implied. It was implied. You're very good, huh? And nothing interesting happened, I'm guessing, or something interesting did happen. Like yesterday, I made homemade burgers, so that was tasty. I didn't have any tomatoes, but I at least had lettuce, so that went good. Let me tell you, I don't know why, but making your own hamburgers gives you a small appreciation for the other burger joints, just a little. Especially with my friend telling me to like when you flip it, like the first flip, put salt on that side, and then when you flip it again, put salt on that side again, so it's all like good and salted. That improves it a little bit in case like the meat isn't as tasty. So that definitely gets like some of the taste in there a bit more, not freshness, but you know, a bit more something in there. And also, if you look around like In-N-Out, like if you're near In-N-Out and stuff, you can like ask to get some of those like sauce packets, and if you keep them instead into your home and then you make your own burgers, you can use that sauce on those burgers free of charge instead of making it yourself, because I think the way you make it yourself is kind of complicated. So you can just ask for some if you're near an In-N-Out, and they're like, oh cool, I can use this as my own burgers, but I won't tell them because, you know, gonna be extra, you know. La, 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 la. Alright. Here, one last thing on the hair. That is a little bit of what we call sunshine and out. That's what the color. I want square. I need what I don't need, but I want the sharp edges that comes with, fuck, I screwed that up. Lately I've been very social. Social as in like real life social, or social as in you're just talking more in social media? Because there's a difference. I definitely have been getting more social with my friends in the internet, but definitely not in real life. Don't push them. Someone's gonna say fact now. Oh my fucking God, you guys are crazy. This piece is almost done though. I can finally stop hearing you guys' nonsense. Yes, maybe you have, maybe you do, but I still love you, pa. But yes, that's what I do with burgers and such. I also made homemade pizza. It's definitely not the best, especially with multiple tries, you know, it happens here and there. Plus, I sometimes forget something kind of crucial sometimes. They're talking outside a lot. Oh, interesting. Wish I can do the same, man. Wish I can do the same. Sadly, I don't have much friends. Want to color, but I'm so tired and hungry since Omori gave me nightmares. Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about sleeping tonight. I knew there was horror in it. I knew there was horror. It's one of the tags on Steam, but man, it still gets me. It still frees me. It has horror elements. It's not like specifically a horror game. I would say it's closely related to I would say it's closely related more to Yume Nikki. Alright, and I promise we're not gonna talk about Omori because I still haven't beaten the game yet. Okay, let's talk about something else. Yume Nikki. Yume Nikki scares they're definitely, it's scary for the weak of heart, but it's not scary if you're like used to scares, you know? It's definitely more of the mystical things. But as someone who's not used to scares, oh man, does it get me. Like the song that's playing right now. Everyone who's played Yume Nikki, you all know this song. There's not much else to talk about. You know what? Okay, you know what? Here's another sense of horror then. I was about to say Yume Tuki because of Deva saying it. Earthbound has a great sense of horror and such with by being so funny and kid friendly all the time, and then dropping with by the way, go fight this cult that kidnapped a little girl. Don't have nightmares about it. It's definitely not like the scary thing, but it's the implication, you know. It's the implication that kind of creeps you out a little bit, especially like Gygus, the alien they're trying to fight. That one is a big, deep implication, really, and of course Mother 3. Mother 3 is less mystifying than the mushroom. The island when you get the mushroom, that definitely gets me. I haven't been playing games lately. That's fair. We all have our lives. Same here though. Used to be all good about playing games, but you know, I have art to do and then I have coding or like some other stuff to do. So definitely I haven't played games as much as I liked because other things keep taking up the time. Yeah. I'm trying to make these lines a little bit thinner and such. Oh my god, you guys. Sometimes I regret streaming because of you, because of you three. Anyway, so yeah, Earthbound has a lot of implication horror stuff. And Mother 3, the Mushroom Island is definitely... Well, Mother 3 is more tragic than Earthbound's, you know, Down to Earth is. But the island where the team eats mushrooms, that can give someone nightmares, probably. Someone weak of heart. La da 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 da. La na 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 na. But yeah, that's how games go. And honestly, sometimes the horror adds to the element. Sometimes it doesn't. I'll be sure. Sometimes the horror doesn't help the game, but usually in cases like Earthbound and Yume Nikki, sometimes the elements of horror elevates things, you know? Because it's not just wacky thing, you know, or like typical bad guy. It's like something real bad is going on, you know? Something real bad's going on, and since it's horror, unlike the rest of the game, it's very much a powerful, serious moment, you know? So yeah. And yes, I have been talking to my own instead of following with chat, because god damn it, chat, you guys, you three. Do you regret streaming because of me? Oh, Little Tiger, no, not you. It's the other guys. It's Deva, Kachio, and Putty. I'm just being completely... I know these. They're in my server. I talk to them all the time. And I love them at the same time. I hate them because I've been just ignoring them the entire time, just talking about other games. Purple's cool, though. Purple's fine. But yeah, Little Tiger, I'm just... what games do you have on your backlog? Like, what games... do you want, like, you've been thinking to play but you just can't, you know? Because I have a few backgrounds aside from like the, you know, Omori. I have a kind of I have Rabi Ribi, another Metroidvania type game, a game called Leet or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce that. The game chair wants me to play, which is someone in my friend group on PlayStation. I'm playing through Ocarina of Time on the weekends with someone, and then after that, hopefully we'll go through. Well, it's not that I never played it, but we're gonna play Partners in Time, like Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Once Ocarina of Time is done, and then I'm also gonna play through Earthbound. But those are games I already played. Those are the games I haven't played. And there's even more I have in my Steam library that I haven't played as well. Friends of Freddy's, I get scared very easily. Same. That's why I never bought that game. Instead, I never bought Five Nights at Freddy's. Instead, I watched just people playing it instead. I wanted to be a part of the lore group when it came out, but I was too afraid to play the game, and I just watched theory videos and stuff about it instead. Because, you know, I wanted to be a part of it. Undertale has some very light horror elements, so I was okay with that, especially with the True Lab and, of course, Genocide a little bit. But I'm with you. I get scared really easily too, but hopefully playing some smaller horror games, the weakness starts leaving you once you get used to it and everything. I need to find a reference, and I also want to change the music before we stop. Did not want to change that. I can't wait till on stream we play Partners in Time, because man, I love Partners in Time. I know it's not a very popular game from the Mario and Luigi series, but it's a game I do enjoy. But anyway, yeah, Little Tiger, it's do you think, Little Tiger, do you think that some horror elements is actually good for a game to like get its point across sometimes? Because usually like things like Earthbound and Yume Nikki use their horror elements to up the ante, as to speak, you know? It's definitely a thing to be like, oh man, we're in serious time now, you know? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you agree. There's definitely games like Five Nights at Freddy's where horror is the only thing, and that can get kind of tiring, because then like the entire point is like jump scares and everything. But when horror is used well for its intended purpose, oh man, does it do well? Does it do well? Cody did not read my chats. Of course, you guys are going insane. And some people like scary games. Yeah, a lot of people do like scary games, and it's fine, because they like the horror genre, they like the heart racing, or here's one thing. Here's one thing about wait, the heck? What's that behind the head? What's that? What the heck is that? Oh, that's from my brush. Okay. Bye, Deba. Go watch Mama Q. Haven't talked to Q forever. Yeah, Minecraft is kind of scary unintentionally. There's not a lot of music. It's a lot of sounds, and I don't know. It's very open. A lot of open survival games are like also unintentionally horror. You know, I think isn't Terraria also categorized as horror? Or Nightmare Fuel, at least? Like Terraria and Minecraft are both like in the realm of horror / Nightmare Fuel, because it does either raid Mama Q or gay. If you're in the end, Q or Quarium is a Toho artist. I know him through a server long ago. But I'm not with the Toho community as much as I was back then. So yeah. So it's kind of on the fence for that. Proceed. Oh, let me tell you, there was a time where I remember crossing through a ravine, and then like 3 creepers, like one at a time. Like I walked through the ravine to get back home after finding like lots of diamonds, and the tutorial popped off, and I'm so glad, since I used to post rants all the time. Oh, they kind of, Aquarium still kind of does. They talk about Smash here and there, and I muted him because I don't follow Smash that much. So yeah, let me tell you a tale. I was crossing. I like when you have your mic on. I mean, I don't think it's been a while since the last time I had my mic off. But anyway, yeah, crossing through a ravine, one creeper falls down. I crossed through another ravine, or no, hang on. I crossed through a ravine. A creeper fell down. I backed up, fought, and it blew up and everything. And I was just like, okay. And I was just like, okay, I'm all good now. I started crossing it again. Another creeper fell down. And then I got like, oh, okay, what the heck? I fought it and I won. And then I was like, okay, get my confidence back up, walk through it again. Third time, again, another creeper fell down the ravine. And I was like, okay. But here's where things get stupid. Here's where this gets stupid. After that third creeper, I'm like, okay, there might be another creeper that passes through here. I need to be prepared. So, was this when the shield was out? So I think this was with the shield, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe it wasn't the shield. Anyway, I prepared myself. I was like, okay, I got fully healed. I was like prepared. I was psyched up. Crossed through the ravine. A creeper fell down. And because I was so prepared for it to happen that I somehow, like, it was like I expected it to happen, but the fact that I completely predicted it still startled me. So when that happened, I instead opened my crafting menu and then I blew up. And I was just fucking, oh my god, I prepared so much and then I just died like that. I prepared. Yeah, it was definitely a Cody moment. I was like mentally prepared the entire time, and then I still died anyway because the fact that it actually happened still freaked me out. La 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 la. But yeah, those two games are high on the list on being unintentional horror. TF2? Really? I mean, I get maybe getting jumped from a player that you didn't see and stuff like spies or like rocket jumping soldiers or stuff like that, but not like jump scares. Not like I was screaming in horror or anything. It was just more of like, oh, I didn't expect that, Sound of a backstab is too loud. Turn your volume down, you baka. Yeah, just turn your volume down a little bit. I know they say like turn your volume up to hear things, but God, it's not a competitive game. Just don't hurt your hearing. If it's too loud, turn it down. I don't know why you gotta break your ears. I always have to keep in check with my ears if I'm listening to something so loud. I constantly take I have to take out my headphones to see if it's too loud for my ear. Like if I can hear it while not wearing the headphones to see if it's too loud or not. A common check, I think. La 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 ba dum bum 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 bum. There was one time in an unrelated game that I did get like scared from, but that was because it just came out of nowhere. There's a game in beta called Satisfactory, and me and Lilligent, or you may know him as Paul or Cody too, as he was here for Superstar, him and me play. And there was a moment where I was off doing my own thing, trying to craft some things and stuff, preparing to make a base and everything. And then all of a sudden, an enemy just charged right through the menu. Because when you open the menu, it's in front of you. The enemy charged through that, so it just, in the way, my perspective, it just came out of nowhere, and I didn't prepare at all, and I just screamed because that actually got me. I was so focused on the menu that I didn't. It was like a jump scare because it was literally on my face, and it had a sound effect for charging. It had like this roar, so it was loud, and it just went in my face. So it was a jump scare for me. I want you to play a horror game on stream, Cody. Haha! No! Unless you count Omori, and which someday I do want to play. I do want to do a stream of Omori. I do want to do a stream of Omori if I still keep liking it till the end, as well as Earthbound and stuff. But like a pure horror game, nah. And also not just because it's horror related, but because the thing about horror games as well is that it's just a lot of walking, like typical, you know, just walking. And I prefer horror games that have more gameplay to them, you know. That's why I say that horror games enhance a game, not you know, be the only thing, you know. Made that too dark. Let me. There you go. La 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 la. I want to see the quality content of Cody not being able to progress because it's too scary. Oh, you saw Paimon cursor? Yeah, the Paimon cursor is back. I don't know how to show that off though. Again. How does it show up again? Was I in Google or something? I don't know. Yeah, I have the Paimon cursor on. Let me have, you know, let me have the logo like a bit faded. Did I right click? No, that's not it. Oh shoot, I don't want to search for layers. Okay, it was a tab menu. Yeah, it was a tab menu that I had on. You can see Paimon. It's a good effing cursor. I like the Cherno one too, but the Cherno one is just the arrow, while Paimon is both like arrow, loading, and I think typing. I forget. So let me do one last thing. Let me have it like a bit fade out. So it actually looks like it's part of the apron, like it was printed on. Alright. I think that's game. Has that really been 3 hours? Oh, we still have time left. Okay, I think let me check to see the commission so far. Yeah, okay, no background, nothing like that. Nia stream Bug Fables again. Sunnyside, streaming, Koima stream, Foxy, Zero, alright, we'll figure out how to stream later. What's your guys' favorite games? That's tricky, because here's the thing. It's hard to pick a favorite game, so I can't really decide. But I have 3 like defaults. All right. I have three defaults. Mother 3 because it was the one game. It was a very long game that made me play. It was the very long game that when I beat it, I was like, I want to play it again immediately, and I did. The second one is Deltarune because I was there the night of Halloween when it was released, and it was a great time seeing the improvements from Undertale and seeing the new world and everything. And the third one is One Shot, an indie RPG game that, while it does have its faults, is the only video game so far that I've played incorrectly, but I still enjoyed it to the fullest, and it was the only game that made me cry. Those are the only, those are the big 3 that I use as defaults. But I definitely have other favorite games. Like, for shooters, my favorite game is, multiplayer-wise, I guess I can say Titanfall at this point, because I do love playing that game. Its movement mechanics is so cool. TF2 is also a nice shooter, but it has, a lot of problems. Splatoon is nice. I can also say Splatoon is my favorite, third-person shooter instead, because it holds all dear to my heart. Bowser's Inside Story is one of my favorite RPGs. If Omori is anything to believe. If Omori becomes better than anything I've ever imagined, then it might take that spot. Omori might be my favorite RPG in terms of simplicity and amazement. I could say ARMS is my favorite fighting game. I could say, I think out of Minecraft and Terraria, Minecraft is my favorite sandbox game. What else do I have here? I think that's pretty much it. Oh, Sunshine could be also considered my favorite platformer because I have childhood memories with that. But yeah, I will assume that this drawing is complete to a point. I'll see if the person has anything to say. And then, yeah. I'll make a simple background to not be so bland. La 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 la. Because they're gonna like me for this, but I've never played Terraria. Oh, a lot of people haven't played Terraria. Yeah, a lot of people haven't played Terraria, and that's fair. You can get Terraria on Steam. It should be fine. Let me see if I can pick a background here. It is fun. It is definitely a lot more. Let me say this. The beginning of what is it? The beginning of Terraria is very Minecraft clone-ish. It is super Minecraft clone-ish, almost like heavenly so. Because back then, Terraria was more aligned to be a Minecraft clone, a Minecraft 2D, you know, that kind of stuff. But the further you get into the game, the more it becomes its own thing. It's much more magical. It's much more focused on combat and magic and all that kind of stuff. And it really carves its own identity afterwards. That is a terrible color. I don't know why I picked that. Needs to be greener. With a hint of shade. That works. Do not play in expert mode. I swear to God. Expert mode just gives you items to help you beat expert mode. Play it on normal like a normal person. Play it on the normal difficulty, you know, softcore, that kind of stuff. And just enjoy the ride. I would recommend maybe finding a friend that also has it because it is a lot funner with friends. But yeah, other than that, like, Terraria is a good game. But yeah, I can't just say it's a game's my favorite game of all time because I have so many games that I love and I just can't put one over the other usually. Sometimes I can, but other times I can't, you know? What time do we have left? Like 30 minutes? Alright, well, I'm gonna take a stretch break really quick just to stretch my legs, and then we'll try to sketch something for a friend of mine named Tofu. He's an amateur at art, but he does a lot of drawing, and he's really focused on becoming better, and I love him, so we're gonna draw for him. I did want to make art of his character for so long, and now we will. Or at least a sketch. Yeah, Tofu's the artist with the fox girl. I think it's I forgot the fox girl's name. It starts with an R, but I don't remember quite well. I think. Whatever. I have terrible memory. The artist really lewd. Though, yeah, they like lewd. Is that a problem? Need to ask you a question. Shoot. Don't like lewd art, Cody. Well, you're a ludophobic. You're ludphobia. You have ludphobia. That's what you have. Better safer work. Safer work art. Too bad. How much subs would be necessary to bring the idea of an OC to life? can you not just do not Patreon, do PayPal? I can draw an OC character, but I can't say I will keep drawing them. I can't even draw my own VTuber model all the time. It's too lazy to set up a PayPal account. Well, the problem is that Twitch takes that money, some of that money away as well. Like, subs are great, but they take a portion of that away. You know, there's also, I guess, Patreon, but I don't have that set up currently. What's your most viewers you have ever got? I think 10 or 15. I forget the actual high, but I don't really care as much. The average is usually like 7, 6. I think the lowest average is 5. It was like normal average is like around 7 now. Got over 15. Yeah, it sounds, I think, about right. I think at one point we had around 15. Was that the Hat in Time stream, I think? Was that from the Hat in Time stream? What stream specifically was the one that I got 15? Ah, okay, then that makes sense because Lame Dimension was watching as well. Alright, I need to look for tofu art for reference. Oh wait, I wonder, is Tofu online right now? Where is Tofu? Tofu seems like they're offline, but I'm gonna DM him, see if he has a good reference. But if not, I'm gonna look at his Twitter. By the way, despite like Tofu's amateurish with drawing, at least in the way I see it, like he has almost 600 followers. He's doing pretty well for what he does. I only have 800. I am so happy for Tofu. Like, holy crap. The fact that he's gone this far and people love his art this much, it's great. Most of his posts doesn't get that much attention, but the fact that he has that much followers in the first place is just great. Alright, I need to find... I think this will be a good reference, actually. Put him here and we'll go and find a pose to fit that one. To get that part, I guess I'll bookmark what Deba sent. I'm gonna regret that. Na 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 na. This music is so good. Da, 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 da. You know, let's put some meme music on. It's fun talking to you. Well, it's fun talking to you too. Alright, let me see if I can find a good Fox pose. Yeah, but here's the funnies. You guys just like bullying everyone, don't you? How am I bullying? You just you just always ask these questions for people and all that kind of stuff. It's just, oh my god, what am I gonna do with you guys? I swear. What am I gonna do with you? I mean, being called the funny man, I'm happy. I'm still trying to find a pose here. It does take a while, but I guess this is just chat in the end. This is just talking to relax before the stream ends. I guess this pose works well. The problem is some of the the hands is kind of blocked a bit, so I don't have a good view on that. But I guess it doesn't have to have hands because I'm also kind of tired of hands. Yeah, why not? Let's go with this pose. Let's start a new one like normal. Alright, now you get to see me be super sloppy and messy when it comes to drawings. Okay, so here's the head. Body is really tiny, so it's gonna be like this, and then it's gonna have some legs, and then there's gonna be some arms, and it's gonna look over like this, and then there's gonna be some boobs, and then it's gonna be like the skirt. Wait, I don't think Tofu wears a skirt. I don't know if I should draw the lower body. It's just extra work if I add in the lower body, but let me go see. What does Tofu, does the... Oh wait, I think it's Ray. Ray something, that's her name. I don't think she has a skirt. I'm trying to see if there's a draw of her entire body. I think I think she does have a skirt. Yeah, she totally does have a skirt. Tofu normally doesn't draw the skirt of her, but I can tell from some drawings that yeah, she does have a skirt. Let's see this drawing. I guess some of the old drawings she doesn't have a skirt. Okay, but I'm gonna draw her. I'm gonna draw her skirt anyway. Is this family friendly? Yeah. No, it's not. I shouldn't lie. No, it's not. It's always pretty lewd around here. Why is the fan still going? I didn't realize that. But no, I'm not family friendly at all. Cody can contain the horny. Yeah, it's safe for work, but not family friendly. We're gonna have the character face forward, so we'll have a full face shot while the body is not exactly face forward as well. Also, who's Tofu? Are you not in my server? You should know Tofu. He posts draws there often. He's an artist in the server. We'll have like the body tilting and her just like Ray just smiling. Don't tell Tofu unless he watches the stream. It'll be a secret that everyone is gonna tell. Technically, yeah, fair enough. I did DM them. I did technically DM them because I wanted to ask a face first, but I did say long ago that I did want to draw their OC someday. Oh, so I just realized, no, okay. So the face is forward, but the body is also forward. We're gonna have, yeah, so we're gonna have this thing here. Where the neck is gonna like slightly go outside. So like if I can get the head right, it's like, yeah. La 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 la. It's like that. So that's so right here is where the neck is gonna be. I was about to restart the song being like, did I forget to loop it? Also go and play Grimm's Hollow. It's not the best, obviously. It's definitely not like super amazing, holy fantastic, but it is a good game and it is free on Steam. If you want to get into the genre of RPG Maker games, Grimm's Hollow is a great place to start. The low price of none of your money. You were waiting to make that joke. I knew you definitely heard me say that, and you decided to go with the joke anyway. You mother, oh, my freaking god. Podium. I'm gonna murder you someday. I'm gonna go bye, guys. All right, see you. It was nice for you to join in stream. Come back anytime. I might stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. We'll see. La 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 la. Okay, maybe that's too high pitched. By the way, did you see a standing split Syrian? I don't think so. Why? I think hips go 2 out here. All right, we'll have that much of leg. La 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 la. Actually, I can save it long. Well, decide, man. You're either gonna stay here, you aren't. Yeah. Oh god, what? I forgot what the saying goes. You always make choices. No, wait, that's not the saying. Actually, wait, I think that might be the saying. Cody, what is a friend request on Discord? Staying 100%? Alright. We're about to stop in like 10 minutes or so. So while that happens, figure out who to raid tonight. Oh my god, you guys are insufferable. Let's give Ray here, or Eyes. Da 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 da. Na 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 na. Anyway, I'm just gonna ignore you guys. Tomorrow I'm thinking to do some Earthbound and see how that goes, because I've been wanting to talk and play Earthbound for a while because it's fun and I enjoy it and I love it. So, and it would be nice. not you, little tiger. Just Podium and Cachito and Deva. You're fine. I need to hang on. I need to give this more anime-ish vibes. Ice, not vibes. Ice. Anyway, yeah. So tomorrow it might be some Earthbound. So I'll be able to talk a lot about like why I like Earthbound and all that kind of stuff. And like again, Earthbound has done a lot to me. Technically, specifically, Undertale, because Undertale was the reason why I tried out Earthbound, and with that inclusion, Mother 3. But it's still just as important. So I will be happy to play both of those games. Oh yeah, I forgot the Foxies as well. And then hopefully after Earthbound, a lot more RPGs and stuff that I like, or not. Maybe RPG is not the right term. Just a lot of RPG Maker games and a lot of story issued games that just have RPG elements. When are you gonna start streaming tomorrow? Usually same time. I think I have a schedule down there in the bar. Do I? Let me go check. Shoot, I don't. Okay, same time tomorrow. Usually around 4 my time PST. So yeah, same time. Maybe a bit earlier though, or later. If I do stream though, because sometimes I don't feel like it. After all, it's just more of a hobby thing. So yeah, I'll definitely see, but it just all comes down to whether or not I feel like it. So we will see. We will see. We will see. We will see. We'll see. Yay, you're gay, Deba. Bah, go back to Mama Q. You said you wanted to go back to Corium. Go back and stick with Corium. Unless Corium kicked you, in which case, ha! Cody did not want me. Okay, and then Deba leaves again. Mimi. You're the one who always comes in here and calls me gay. I think you're the meanie around here. Is Debo really the bad guy? Anyway. But yeah, get ready for Earthbound because that game is kind of long, but I think with the times, it shouldn't be that long actually. I think it should be just around fine to be finished in a few streams. And then after that, Mother 3, and then after that, possibly, if the time is right, Omari. Or some other games, like Yume Nikki and stuff. So be ready for that. But I think I'm gonna go keep this in work in progress, name it Tofu, and work on it later. But yeah, with that being said, that is the draw for today. And with that, we are going to rate someone. So our choices to rate are Fox Jarrell is also doing art, Leafless is chatting, Suro is playing Dark Souls, Fox Andrews playing Octopath Traveler, Quarium Arts is also drawing, Sunnyside is also drawing. Let's see. Nia is playing the Rug Fables, but I think we rated Nia before a lot more. So yeah. Sunny Up was super happy. Oh yeah, wait, we rated Sunny's side before, so let's skip him today and let's do Quorum. I haven't done Quorum in a while. I'm just make sure like muted and everything so it doesn't play. All right. So yeah, next time on stream, we're gonna go ahead and do some Earthbound if I feel like it. Why does it say 0 people are rating Quarium Arts when there's 7 people watching the stream? What? What? Okay. Hang on. Try it again? It still says 0 viewers are ready to rate Quarium Arts. Yeah, whatever. Go to Quarium. You all heard him. Go to Quarium and just say hi and stuff. Raid with what the emotes you have. So yeah, with that being said, yeah, Earthbound is tomorrow, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.